I'm Supermoon Tarot, and I'm so pumped to be talking to my Aries. How you doing, Aries? So you guys voted, and it only won by 1%, which I thought was pretty wild and cool, but this is going to be a career-oriented video. The first half is going to be about your particular energy and the story behind that, and the other half is the your career and the energy behind that, and the story behind that going on. I'm so pumped that career only won by 1%, only because the options were spirituality, love, and career, and I think all three of these are very important, so to see that they were so closely tied to each other shows that we all feel that they're just as important as each other, which is a pretty beautiful, balanced state of mind to be. So let's look at what's going on. I shuffle the cards off screen because I am an incredibly slow shuffler, and I talk to spirit guides and all that jazz. This is your energy going on here. Oh, I love this for you. Let me see. Oh yeah, well that makes sense. Okay. I need some clarification here. Oh, this is so cute. This is so precious. Oh, I want to give you a hug. This is so cute. I love this energy for you. So first going on, not to be redundant, but the energy again. It talks about the idea of you needing to focus on right now, the idea of trust. So Two of Cups is amazing in multiple situations. This could be for friendship, this could be for romance, but it's this positive omen that whoever this other person may be and whoever they represent for you, it's a good match. It's like, go for it. They're a good friend, they're a good relationship, whatever. They are going to bring you positive tidings of equality in the dynamic between the two of you, and that it's worth striving for. This is incredibly healing and beneficial because whatever you put in is what you're going to essentially get back. But it's not, compared to the Justice card, you don't have to put something in. You don't have to go out of your way to prove yourself to them to receive it back. This is not a bartering relationship. This is something where they're naturally going to go out of their way to treat you well and love you, and you deserve it. And we can get way more into that in a moment. But the Ace of Pentacles is saying that this, basically in the Two of Cups, it's like this option's there for you, and this is what you really need in your life right now. This is like a missing component. I do want to put this out there. Sometimes missing components in our life are the key to other things. So just keep that in mind, that often if we are being told and asked right now to focus on connection or trust, that can maybe, most definitely positively benefit things like trusting in a career, or, trusting in spirituality, trusting in other regards. So I just want you to keep that in mind right now. But, I do want to point out this is not work-related, this friendship or romance, so I'm just going to put that out there. But the Ace of Pentacles is saying that it's a bit of a struggle for you, and that you do need to consider becoming more trusting and understanding that by building that now, it's a long-term investment. It's important that you do that. You can't keep living in the moment anymore and just be like upset, I don't want to be with that other person, or open up in that kind of way, because you need to understand that by focusing on it now, there's value in the long term and all the benefits with that. And again, like we talked about, how that pours over into other aspects of your life, and you're getting the confirmation that it's the right person to do it with, which is amazing. So that confirmation appears up again in the Three of Cups, so it definitely feels more of like a friendship situation, but again, if it's not, that's fine. The Three of Cups, while it does heavily imply friendship, it just talks about general socialization. So it's like having just a fun time. Like, now is a time for you to finally, it's not just like sharing all your secrets and being really vulnerable. It's just about feeling like you can be vulnerable enough to let loose and truly be yourself and be accepted and loved for it. You're going to be, it's going to be a great time, lots of memories to be built, and I'm really excited for you, and it's very much needed when I see what's going on over here. The Three of Swords shows us your past and how painful and how difficult it's been with other people and other interactions. This could be a really serious breakup. This could be friendship or romantic. Whatever it is, it's intense. And I'm like feeling it. It feels like this was a huge letdown for you emotionally. Like you really like loved them and there was a connection there. But either way, this connection, this betrayal, feels kind of like something you still carry on your shoulder. But here's the cool thing. Again, we keep getting the confirmation here, here, here. With the Wheel of Fortune, we can see that yes, this unfortunately has been a cycle for you, which is where the trust issues come in. But it's ending. It's breaking. It's over. And it ends because you're getting such a positive reception back with these other people or person. And so this is, again, kind of like the loving message from the universe to say, I know it's a little scary, but truly this is the last time. These are good people. You can go for it. You can be open. You can let this go. You can let your past go. Keep in mind the Three of Swords also represents, and people usually focus on this card being purely about romance and like betrayal and cheating in that kind of way, but the swords are a mindset, and it does talk about the idea of letting a mindset go, because notice how the sword hurts the heart. Don't let your mind dominate your emotions. They're meant to work in tandem together, neither repressing either one. And by having a lack of trust and not being open to other people or even open to the concept, you're betraying that part of yourself. And you are allowed to thrive. You're allowed to be your fullest self. You don't have to be somebody who sees himself in pain anymore, because you're being given the opportunity to have like that bright, happy future that you kind of like deep down secretly have been wanting. You want to let go. You want to have fun and be vulnerable. And this is the perfect time and place to do it. So over here with the Nine of Cups, again, we have positive confirmation that these other people and this circumstance and these things that you want is going to be pretty much everything you have hoped and dreamed. This is like the ultimate wish card of getting exactly what you want. So you're going to be overjoyed and delighted the deeper you dig into this connection, which I'm really excited for. But when it's in reverse, it's this feeling of a catch. But the interesting thing here is this is not a catch based on the universe saying, oh, it's going to be a catch. Yeah, they're going to be great, but it's you thinking there's going to be a catch. Again, that distrust issue coming up. The Queen of Cups shows the fact that it's just, you're just in this state of mind because you're just a bit of emotionally unbalanced and tired of going up and down and feeling kind of whirlwinded by this roller coaster of waves, so to speak. And that's totally understandable. And basically I just wanted to better understand, like, well, how can we fix that? How can we just let you fully enjoy this thing you wished for in your life and you're receiving? Well, it's super cute over here in the Knight of Cups. You just need to be told and vocally that you're cherished and cared for and loved. Don't be afraid to either like full on ask to receive that from your loved ones. You can maybe start it and hope they'll, say it back. You can manifest it from the universe, but that's okay to want that and focus on receiving it, because that's going to be the thing that helps, make everything a lot smoother and emotionally balance you out. You just need to hear that everything's okay and that they care for you. It's like, it's not enough to just be friends or in this relationship. You need that proof. And that proof is through vocal sharing and connection, which I think is really beautiful and cute. And you're just so precious. And I think you're so wonderful. You have fantastic energy to connect to. So let's look at your career, though, energy-wise. Oh, no wonder you're having trust issues right now. You know how I said that it bleeds over? Yeah. Okay, cool. I'm excited for you. Okay, so I have some fantastic stuff to say, because sometimes when we have trust issues, like you're picking some stuff up from your job, your lack of trust issues is warranted in this circumstance. We get that confirmation, the High Priestess, that you're seeing everything absolutely just fine. You are noticing that something is off and wrong, and that's correct. The beautiful thing is you can get all that love and support in your personal life, and you're allowed to be vulnerable and open in that kind of way. But we want to talk about some specific things going on here so you don't make a mistake, because there's a lot of great positive affirmation coming your way, and we don't want you to accidentally make a decision that you could later regret. So the Moon card talks about the idea that when you're working with someone, it's like they show you one thing and then their actions say something else. And that says a lot, especially when we have the Temperance card in reverse. This is the confirmation that there is something that's not clicking with maybe like an employer or a fellow coworker. Like there's just a relationship that's not meshing there, and it's not going to mesh or change necessarily. I do want to point that out. I can see over here on the King of Pentacles, they're very much out for themselves and what they can get from the circumstance. So if you get kind of sort of like a greedy mindset subconsciously, you're picking that up correctly. We can see that your intuition is working a-okay. So those gut feelings you're experiencing those correctly. But here's the thing. When we have an Eight of Cups in reverse situation, despite that kind of not great circumstance you're in, you're being warned by the universe, do not prematurely quit this circumstance. This could be because you're prematurely and things are going to smooth out and work out, and maybe this other person's, in some circumstances, like this one person that's a problem, they're going to not be a problem anymore, and you should keep staying in this job. Or that other options you're hoping are there are not going to be, and I'm not saying they won't eventually be, but sometimes we can get caught up in the in-between. So like, let's say you prematurely quit this job, right? And then essentially you're in the in-between. Yes, one day you will get another job and be potentially happier, but you're going to be so focused on the fact that it didn't work out this previous job and that you don't have a current one and you're unemployed, and the emotion of feeling unemployed and distrusting is going to kind of consume you, and that's not what you deserve to experience. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's a little bit like, I know this feels off, you're correct, but don't leave quite yet. So, the King of Pentacles does also talk about you focusing on first of all, it's an extremely positive omen that you're actually you're way better at financially manifesting than you're aware of. You're very business savvy, like you know what you're doing. This is like the confirmation of like what you're doing is the right thing. You're in the flow of how you need to accomplish your work and all that positive jazz. But there's an evaluation coming up that I'm excited for you. Both in the Hangman and the Judgment card talk about the idea of an evaluation coming up. This is when you've been being watched from a distance and they want to kind of test you, not to hurt you. I just want to point out this is when your trust issues should not activate. This is just to see like, hey, should we give you that promotion? Hey, they seem like they know what they're doing. Can we give them more opportunities? So this is like a good thing to be tested in this kind of way. I do want to point out that this is the positive confirmation that everything's going to work out just fine. The Hangman does act as a sort of uncomfortable circumstance, like we talked about in the Temperance and the Moon card, where it's like, it's this feeling of like you can't quite move forward because things are needing to be understood or evaluated because something feels off. But I do want to give you the positive omen that the Hangman, you're thinking the Hangman is about feeling unable to progress because of this other person's influence and how negative they make you feel, and you can feel things are off and you feel like they're interrupting your flow by saying like, oh yeah, I'll tell the person that you did this, and then but their actions say otherwise. This is more saying that you're unable to progress because you still need this evaluation to happen, and you're basically waiting for the right person to come in and say, oh, you do such a great job, we're going to get you out of this space with this terrible person, we're going to give you more money, we're going to give you more fun responsibility and activities to do, we're out of here. So that's why you basically don't want to prematurely leave yet, because all your hard work is adding up to something. And again, just one last positive confirmation omen in the High Priestess card, just essentially saying that when you are seeing that something's off, you're correct. It's not in your head. Don't let it think that way. That's something important to know, because when you're feeling this distrust issues in your personal life and you're overcoming that successfully, it's easy to then think, well, if it was in my head and these are really good people in my personal life, maybe I'm being distrustful at work. Nope, you're seeing the situation correctly. Go with your gut. Definitely be aware of what you're telling them, or if they do something differently, they're showing you who they are. Keep going for it. I do also want to point out that this High Priestess does represent a mentor coming in, somebody showing like advice. So this person who's going to evaluate you and give you this better opportunity, which is why you don't want to prematurely leave, they are somebody that you should consider maybe reaching out and getting even more information from. Is there anything, other tips or helpful things they could use? Because in the long term, they seem like they're going to be really beneficial and be willing to help you and be there for you. So that's super cool and awesome. So I'm excited for you because this is so touching to see you grow both personally and financially, despite not only your past but even current situation with your job. So you're functioning a-okay, you're growing, loving, learning, and you're about to be deeply appreciated for all your hard work. And who doesn't love that? If you enjoyed this reading, please consider giving the video a like, comment, and subscribe. It helps out the video the channel like you would not believe. Have a beautiful day. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye!